Hey guys, this is Johan again. This time I'll share to you my equipments, build up, and limit break skills of Ronan. I'll also explain later on how to craft his equipment and what are the materials needed to Transcend Awaken him before his limit break. Ronan is one of the great tanker in the game. He's famous in defending all low defenses heroes, especially mages and rangers. He's very useful in almost all aspects, especially in PvP attack, PvP defense, adventure, and raids because of his invincibility skills, especially when his skills cooldown will be reduced. That's why I'll recommend that his equipment will be the Power of Anger set or the blue set. Blue set can be reduced cooldown of your skills into 4% when 2 sets are equipped. And it also gives you a Power of Anger effect when 4 sets are equipped, which increases your attack damage and reduces your damage received into 2% every time you use skills, and it can stack up to 10 times, which equivalent to 20% damage increase and reduce 20% damage received. So I'll share to you now my current build and equipments. At the meantime, his main weapon and support weapon is the Dimensional set, and his armor and support armor is the Death of Afterlife set. Dimensional set can acquire randomly in clearing dual raid for main weapon and clearing Dimensional Chasm dungeon for support weapon. You can also craft Dimensional set using a certain materials and gold. For main weapon, the materials that you need are 305 Pledge of Marks and 4 million gold. Pledge of Marks can be acquired as a weekly reward, card bonus, and in clearing 1 to 10 times dual raid dungeon. While for the support weapon, the materials that you need are 305 Dimensional Crystal and 4 million gold. Dimensional Crystal can be acquired as a reward in clearing rank 1 to 17 dungeon in Dimensional Chasm. Death of Afterlife set can be acquired randomly in clearing raid bosses in World 5 Burning Canyon Underworld Trade. It can also be crafted using 50 Death of Afterlife shard and 1 million gold. Death of Afterlife shard can be acquired as reward in clearing every raid bosses in Underworld Trade. You can only get level 17 Afterlife set, but you can upgrade it to level 19 using Death of Afterlife soul and 2 million gold. You can acquire Death of Afterlife soul upon clearing a certain raid bosses in Underworld Train, or you can craft it using 100 Death of Afterlife shard and 1.5 million gold. Let's talk about now the enchantments of his equipments. First is his main weapon. Upon crafting the Dimensional set, you can get extra random stat increase, and I got the max health increase to 1400. Its enchantment are magic defense and 2 skill cooldown reduction. In his support weapon, I got the max health increase to 1600 in his random stat. Just like my main weapon, its enchantments are magic defense and 2 skill cooldown reduction. In his main armor, I chose to have 2 physical defense increase, while in his support armor, I chose physical defense and skill attack damage reduction in his boots and physical defense and basic attack damage reduction in his helmet. As you can see, all of his enchantments are focused on increasing his health, defense, and reducing his cooldown because as a main tanker, these stats are the most important to him, and skill cooldown reduction because of his invincibility skill. I've got also his exclusive weapon and make it up to +4. You can acquire exclusive weapon by either buying in the shop for 1700 gem, or you can craft it using 300 airness and 500,000 gold. You can get airness by clearing the guild boss. Regarding his accessories, I chose to have 1 basic attack reduction and 2 skill attack damage reduction. I've got also his Rock of Soul tank to +5 that you can get randomly in Player Bible, or you can buy it in Player Bible shop for 1.5 million gold. Regarding his traits, I max upgrade his skill cooldown reduction, 3 for skill attack damage reduction, and 2 for basic attack damage reduction. So that's my Ronan's build-up, equipments, enchantment, and traits. Before I proceed to differentiate his normal skills and upgraded skills, let me share to you on how to Transcend Awaken him and what are the materials needed up to his limit break. In order to limit break your Ronan, you must first Transcend Awaken him or make it up to 3 blue star. To achieve this, you will need 4 SR Radiant Shinies or 4 6 yellow star Ronan plus 12. You can craft Radiant Shiny by transfusing fully awakened S hero or 6 pink starred S hero with the same rank. So in the case of Ronan, you need any tank fully awakened S heroes to transfuse for 1 Radiant Shiny. You can also use Delicate and Splendid Shiny in order to Transcend Awaken your hero. But it will only give minimal chance and it can cost a lot of time, so I must advise that you use Radiant Shinies. These are the chances of every Shinies for Transcend Awakening your hero. Remember to save a lot of Prana and Evo Stone of the same rank, because every 1 blue star or every Transcend Awakening, instead of gold, you will use 10,000 Prana, so it's equivalent to 40,000 Prana for 3 blue star. After fully Transcend Awakened your Ronan, you need 5 million gold and 200 tank Evo Stone to limit break him or upgrade one of his skills. So after you limit break your Ronan, you can now upgrade one of his skills. I'll differentiate now his normal skills and upgraded skills. So let's start with his first skill called Sword Lancer. Normal Sword Lancer create a permanent shield to all party members that is equivalent to 20% max HP. Ronan will jump to a designated area that deals 246% physical attack damage while increasing the magic damage received of the enemy by 25% for 5 seconds. While upgraded Sword Lancer have the same effect, the difference is that it has an additional effect that when enemies hit by upgraded Sword Lance, Holy Spear will automatically activated that deals 147.6% physical attack damage and decreasing the attack speed of the enemies by 30% for 7 seconds. Next is the most useful skill of Ronan, which is the Magic Defender. Normal Magic Defender instantly dispels all harmful effects on party and make them invincible for 3 seconds. This is the bread and butter skill of Ronan. Normally it has 20 seconds cooldown, but you can reduce it using enchantments, traits and other skills cooldown reduction stats, but it can only reduce up to 60%, which is from 20 seconds to 8 seconds only. While upgraded Magic Defender has the same effect, but it creates now an energy wave or a blue aura for 5 seconds around Ronan after using it. Allies within the blue aura around Ronan will increase healing amount received by 40% of magic attack of the caster. The last one is his passive called the Protector. His normal passive effect can reduce the damage received by Ronan by 5% every time he receives any damage. It has also an effect that when Ronan uses his skills, the basic skill damage received will be reduced to 10%. The maximum damage reduction from his passive will be 40%. Just like his normal passive, its upgraded version has the same damage reduction effect. But his upgraded passive now has an additional effect that every time Ronan receives damage from enemies or uses a skill, he will summon a Tempest Blade around him for 5 seconds that deals 10% physical attack damage every second up to 50% damage every Tempest Blade. 1 Tempest Blade is summoned every 1 attack received by Ronan, and 2 Tempest Blade is summoned every time Ronan will use his skill. Note that Ronan can only summon maximum of 8 Tempest Blade. Enemies that are damaged by the Tempest Blade reduce their healing received by 5% with a maximum of 40%. This is why his passive is the skill that I recommend to upgrade. It is very useful especially in PvP attack and PvP defense because of its additional effects. So that's it guys, thank you for watching. I hope that this video guide will help you in choosing the best skill to upgrade after limit break of Ronan, and it helps you in choosing the best equipments, enchantments, and traits for him. Like and share this video and don't forget to click subscribe for more Grand Chase video tips, guide, and strategy.